We're just going to get straight into it. We've got a URL here for Fandango, and we're going to test it. What we're going to do is record our testing session. So we're going to hit the record button here. It's going to load our website. And then notice whatever we click on the right-hand side, you can see, hey, it's showing us all the details in that element as we hover over it. That could be useful information in its own right. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go in and we're going to click something. We're going to say, we're going to click the at home. Okay. This loads a new web page. And I don't know, maybe we want to do a search for aliens, right? And we get the aliens info here. And we could also do an assert. So say, hey, we want to make sure that aliens, aliens return shows up, right? That's on, or maybe the suggested thing shows up. And we're done with our test case. But we look over here, what do we have? A recording of our session, right? All the things we clicked on, the different page states. Keeps track of what we clicked. It keeps track of what we typed in aliens here. And then it also did an assert to show, hey, we want to make sure that those two things are there. Those are assert steps. And then we're going to stop recording. And then let's see what it does. This is an early build. But you can see in here, it creates these recorded test scripts, right? And we can click on this one. And funny is you can, so we can use AI to help make these things not just more interesting, or better or faster, but we can speed things up, right? We can actually just say, hey, auto name it, and it will come up. It'll look at all the steps that it executed, and then it'll come up with a name, right? Verify at home alien search. So AI can help us create these things, but this is really for the tester that wants, scripts, that wants like test scripts that are in code, that's codes generated. But the problem is when you use GPT or ChatGPT or APIs, it doesn't have the context, right? You have to copy paste that in and out of the chat box or some other tool or something. And so the idea is to have it all in one place where you can record everything, and then you can do special instructions too, log verbosely, for example. So that when we export that recorded test case that we created, it will log, and should log more robustly, because that's a thing that we want to do. We'll also be able to soon upload your setup files or environment configuration information and create permutations of this stuff. But you can pick to generate Python Playwright. By the way, you can pick any number of different languages, different frameworks, and you can even pick different viewport sizes if you want to test mobile or different screen sizes. And we'll just generate Playwright here real quick. And there we go. So yeah, I'm still working on it. It didn't factor our message in. I have to save it first before that to work, which is dorky, but it's just the reality. You can copy to clipboard or you can download the file. And there we go. We've recorded a test case, exported it with a little bit of help of AI out to disk, so then we can add that test to our test suite. A good thing about record and playback, although it gets a bad rap, is that it's super fast to create test cases, right? Even if you're not super technical, or you don't want to code all day, code all the boilerplate coding stuff all the time. That's super reasonable. You have to think about the selectors and do all that junk, really, right? Which is really the problematic stuff. The other good news about record and playback is that sometimes if the website's just redesigned, you can just re-record it quicker than you can use some tool to do some auto fix up, selector fix up. And by the way, when you try to get the selectors to fix up, guess what it does? It breaks, and then you can't debug that because it's in some AI prompt that you can't debug the code. You can't even see the selector. It just turns into a big mess. So this is a quick idea. Let's see if people care. Let me know if you're interested in this type of thing. I'm happy to open source it, completely open source it. I'd love it if people would want to use it. If people want to use it, I'll keep working on it. And also, if other people want to contribute or help, let me know. We can maybe figure out how to do that. The value just needs to be higher than the coordination overhead is the only problem. Yeah, I'm happy to open source this thing and See if it's useful. We've had these in the past. A lot of people have used them. They've had a lot of limitations. But people keep asking for a record and playback tool, and they want to generate, legit, not vibe coded and not code with a bunch of AI sprinkled in it that will break and be unreliable and slow. So, hope this is helpful to some folks out there. If so, we can keep working on this. The good news is AI can help us write these things. It's also, it can pick any framework, any language. Couldn't do that before. It can also auto name your tests for you and do other little bit of helper functions and help maintain your standards, like the way you write tests, right? Make it look like you write them, and how you think the code should be is easily expressible in these prompt text boxes. So I'm talking too much. Let me know if this is interesting to you and if we should open source this. Thanks. Talk to you later. Happy testing.